MLB Network has baseball from the Emerald State. Safeco Field in Seattle. Ought to be a good one here between the Oakland A's and the Seattle Mariners. Major League Baseball on MLB Network coming up right after this. James Paxton, a left-handed Canadian, gets the starting assignment here. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Boy, there's lots to like about this lefty, James Paxton. Big arm from the left side. He reminds me a lot of Andy Pettitte. The only thing, he throws about 4 or 5 miles harder than Pettitte. Paxton occasionally 97 to 98 miles an hour. Good, hard overhand curveball. His changeup is getting better the more he uses it. This is one of the game's premier left-handed strikeout pitchers.
The windup and the 0-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
2 mid-90s fastballs right there that he doesn't seem to think he can catch up to.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back.
Talk about hitting the ground running. Usually a leadoff man is a guy that takes the first pitch, trying to get the feel for the pitcher, trying to get dialed in, but not this guy. He's got that see ball, hit ball philosophy, and he does just that, launching that pitch out of here before the fans can even get settled in the seats.
Matt Joyce is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1.
Hey, I love the location right there. Maybe that extra base hit was a big wake-up call to get it going.
Started that swing a bit too early. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew working this one. Behind the plate is Eric Summersgill.
Yeah, Dan, we got Eric Summersgill behind the dish. Really likes to work the ball east-west. What did you like? Did you like north-south, east-west?
I thought east-west, D-Row. The more that I could get away with on the outside corner, inside corner. Give me a wider plate than a higher plate. I think it's a lot easier to pitch to a wider plate.
And here's a shot of the Athletics starting lineup for this one. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, Matt, I think the cleanup hitter might be the difference in this game. The guy is in the middle of the lineup, and when he's in the middle, things just happen. Guys in front of him get on, he drives them in, and if not, he has the ability to get things started and set the guys up behind him. He's a force.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Right side, fair ball down the line. Davis will round first and make his way to second now. And he is into second with a 2-out double.
As a pitcher, you'd love to assert your authority early on in the game, but it hasn't happened so far out here. That's a home run and a double against him now, and we're still in the first. He's going to have to make some adjustments quickly if he's going to turn this around.
And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
You know that nasty changeup's lurking right here. If I'm in the batter's box, I have to tell myself to stay back. I have to take pull side out of the equation, or that changeup's going to beat me.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. A bouncer to the left side. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. But the recovery throw will be in time to first. Good job that time of not giving up on the play, and the inning is over. But the A's hit the board first on this solo home run. On to the bottom of the first at Safeco Field. It's now 1-0 in favor of the A's. Brett Anderson, a Texas-born left-hander, gets the starting nod. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, you don't see a lot of guys that have 5 pitches, right? Sometimes it's hard to master even 2 or 3. But if you can master 5 like he has, you'll be in pretty good shape.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Oh, tried to hold back as this is hit back toward the mound. And quickly, there's one down to lead off the frame. And now a quick look at the Mariners starting lineup in this one. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Well, Matt, I'm going to be watching for the speedster, D. Gordon. This guy hit over 300 last year, and man, it was impressive. Just hitting over 300 is really something special to look at. He's a consistent hitter. I love watching his approach. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He'll be there again this year if he continues to stay within himself.
Here comes the first pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. 1 out, nobody on. That's inside. 2-0. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now. Back-to-back fastballs, and that one was able to find the zone.
Oh, not cheated on that one. It's 2-2. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2. Here's Robbie Cano now. In his career against Brett Anderson, he's got 5 base hits in 18 at-bats. He's taken him deep once. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse, and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
Missed with a breaking ball. Anderson, 30 years of age. He was taken in the 2nd round during the first-year player draft of 2006.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will. So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. He'll get us started in the top of the 2nd. High in the air into shallow left center. Gamble over to his left. Oh no, he totally missed it. Around 2nd now, and this ball still hasn't been fielded. Chapman takes the turn at 3rd. He wants it all. Safe at the plate, and they now lead by 2.
Man, I'm not sure I've ever seen a play like that before. To say that error was costly would be a big understatement. Looked like a circus act out there.
Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1.
Yeah, Matty, he's very late on that first pitch. I got to think he was guessing off speed.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Chopped weakly to the left. Seager comes up with it. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
All right, guys, here's Seattle's defensive alignment. And, guys, the things I want you to focus on today, one of them being this manager loves to shift. He has the pitching staff to trust to be able to manipulate his defense to try and get as many outs and play the numbers as much as he can.
Jonathan Lucroy comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Behind 0-2 now.
The lineup top to bottom looks like they have no approach or game plan whatsoever. It's like they're deciding to swing before the pitch is even coming out of the pitcher's hand.
Henniger is over, and he puts it away in foul ground for the 2nd out.
Center fielder, number 5.
First delivery to him on the way. Way in front of that fastball.
I can't imagine he was sitting on fastball at his neck right there. He is going to have to lower his sights if he's going to have any chance.
Fastball swung on and hit to 2nd. Cano fields it cleanly. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. So 1 run, no hits in the inning, 1 error in the inning, and no one left. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. It's the A's 2 and the Mariners nothing. Leading off the inning, Nelson Cruz, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Hits this one hard the other way, and that's through for a hit.
Hey, nice leadoff single to start the 2nd right there. They're already down. They got to find a way to stay on the attack and get back in this game. We'll see how they play it here.
Here's the 3rd baseman now, Kyle Seager. In his career against Brett Anderson, he's gone 2 for 8. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A slider that just grabs the outside corner.
So far, this has been a very good outing for this guy. Listen, he doesn't have the best stuff, but what he needs to do, and he's doing it right now, throwing strikes early, trying to initiate a lot of contact. The more pitches that the hitters see off this guy, the better chance they have to go ahead and square something up. So he needs to continue to attack early and get some quick outs, attack the strike zone on the first and second pitch.
Got him to go down swinging there. Kyle Seager becomes the first out here in the bottom of the second. First offering on its way. Missed with a slider. The 1-0 home is laid off, but in there for strike one. Cruz leads off first with one away. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike two anyway. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. He'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to, as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now. Into the box, Mike Zunino. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Pitch on its way now to Zunino. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. 2 out with the man at first. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
This is what makes him so dangerous as a pitcher. 5 weapons that he can go to, and he's working ahead in the count.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field as the Mariners have come back to tie things at 2.
Yeah, and as we take a look at it on replay, you can see this thing was gone from the second it left his bat. A thunderous shot that dang near gave the pitcher a little whiplash. Challenged him with a fastball and lost big time.
And that'll bring up Ben Gamble. He looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. He'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Oh, he was fooled that time on the pitch away as he went around for strike 2. And a fastball just a bit up.
Well, tried to throw a high fastball right by him there. Didn't work, but now we'll see if that sets up some different options. Wouldn't be surprised.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3 and a can't-miss sight, Pike Place Market here in Seattle. Welcome back to MLB Network. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball.
All right, that's when you got to tell yourself to slow down a little bit right there. Out in front on a fastball, hit it hard, but pulled it foul.
And he looks at a cold strike 3 as the cut fastball's in there, and that's out number 1. Here's Matt Joyce now. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fouled away. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Lifted the other way out to left center. Calling for it, Gamble. And he makes the catch for the second out. Here's Jed Lowry now. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Lowry, a native Oregonian who was selected in the first round back in 2005.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
Here's Chris Davis now as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. This one's hit deep out to left center field. Gamble going back, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. And the runner from first comes around to score.
Man, they already hit one home run, and I thought they had a second one right there. Not quite enough behind it, though, as it banged off the wall for a double. He's giving up a fair amount of solid contact right now.
Matt Olson will stand in for a second time here as he swings and misses there. It's 0-1. Davis stands at second with 2 gone. Chases out of the zone for strike 3, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. But the A's get a run on this RBI double. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. Leading off the inning, Dan Vogelback, and they'll need him to get something going here.
First baseman, Dan Vogelback.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 on its way. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. Swinging a soft liner. And there's one down now.
Now batting, center fielder.
Here's D. Gordon now. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt. The first pitch in there. 0-1.
Expect the guy on the mound to keep attacking the zone right here. He has a chance for a quick inning. He is not nibbling. Everything is catching those 17 inches.
Takes a fastball on the inside corner. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. That ball's headed for the gap in left center. He's got a base hit, possibly more.
Hey, Christmas come early for the batter right there. Down 0-2, and he gets a cookie middle cut. The pitcher's lucky he's getting this ball back.
Gene Segura standing in. Strike taken, the throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. And that one just missed outside. One and one. Here it is. And a breaking ball stays outside.
After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
Count even at 2-2. Started to go around, but he's able to check his swing for ball 3.
And that's the pitch they wanted him to punch out on. A slider down around the knees. That's a good job of holding off on that swing.
And a swing and a miss, and another punch out here. 6 already, and that's out number 2. So stepping in, Robinson Cano, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First pitch is a slider called for a strike.
0-1.
Has a look, now the pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time. Driven nicely into the gap. And this is going to get to the wall now out near the Mariner bullpen. As he arrives at second without a play, as a run comes across to score on the play, tying the ball game.
Nelson Cruz.
Yeah, it's always nice to get a run right back after you've given one up to the guys in the other dugout. So he squares this thing up really well to drive in a run and ties us up at 1.
Here's Nelson Cruz now. Oh, and here's a drive. Well hit out to straightaway center. A leap, but it's off his glove.
Yeah, and giving up an RBI double is always painful, but even more so when there are 2 outs in the inning. A run had already crossed the plate, and then he gives up a blistering double to allow another run on the board.
Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. A ball and a strike. Cruz at second with 2 down. One and 2 now. Two and 2. Here now the 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Lifted the other way to left center. Semien is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. First offering on its way. And he fouls this one off. A ball and a strike to count to Matt Chapman.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
Still 1 and 2.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
Down the left field line and deep. And this will wind up a foul ball. And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd with a strikeout, and there's 1 away.
Now batting, right fielder.
Here comes the first pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. Runs coming fast and furious here. 4-3 our score as we play the 4th. Swing and a miss. Looked like the knuckle curve there, and that's out number 2. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jonathan Lucroy. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. The windup and the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. 3 runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the A's catcher.
Good pitch, and I think he locked him up, but he wasn't rewarded for it this time.
Bounced softly in front of the plate. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. Still down a run. It's 4-3. Stepping in now is Mitch Haniger. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Right fielder.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Haniger.
Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. Haniger can be considered a bit of a one-dimensional hitter, I guess, in terms of making contact. He tends to see the ball out of right-handed pitchers' hands well, but doesn't seem to pick up the left-handers at the same level.
Been a real big struggle for him so far on the mound. 4 runs and only 3 innings, so it'll be interesting to see if he can settle in at all and make some adjustments, or if this start will continue to run downhill.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Back up the middle. And that finds its way through for a base hit. So the base hit puts the first man aboard to start the inning for the Mariners.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dad. Sent it back right where it came from.
Pitch on its way now to Zunino. And that pitch catches the inside corner. The 0-1 on its way. Slapped hard the opposite way. And that'll get down for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are 2 aboard now.
Sometimes you just got to trust your hands. That pitch probably wasn't even in the zone, and he was able to fight it off for a base hit.
that'll bring up Ben Gamble as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. And now we'll take a moment here at home plate as he asks for time. Henniger over at second. Zunino at first with no outs. A 1 pitch on its way. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Fastball, and ooh, that ran in and drilled him.
Whoa, he looks a little frustrated out there, and I don't blame him. He gives up a couple of hits early inning, and then he plunks this guy. He's fighting himself a little bit, so they might want to head out to the mound and try to calm him down.
Dan Vogelbach is next, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Sliders in for a strike. And now a check swing, but did he go around is the question. No, he did not, says Carl Dixon down at third base. It's ball 1. Needs a punch out here. Can he get it? Not on that one. Very close, but it's to 2-2 now.
So he threw the slider darting away to him 2 times in a row. Now I don't think he'll go for it again. I'm looking for something hard inside on this pitch.
Chapman is there, and he's got it for the first out.
Now batting, center fielder.
So back to the top of the Seattle lineup, digging in, D. Gordon, a hit in 2 tries so far. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball, ball 1.
The way this guy at the plate gets down the line, contact is your friend in this situation. Tough to double him up. This middle infield has got to do their best to roll it as quick as possible.
A fastball here, and this is softly hit and fouled off to the left. Gordon ahead, 3 balls and a strike.
You fight so hard to get into these type of counts. You can't let this pitch get away from you. You have to keyhole something middle of the plate.
Mariners center fielder now with a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or are you still looking for the double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of that depends on the type of pitcher that you are. If you're a power pitcher, you can go ahead and ride a fastball up in the zone, but if you're a guy that induces a lot of ground balls with a sinker.
And Lucroy's tag will come too late, safe at home plate.
Obviously, he's hoping for more up there with the bases loaded, but you can't be too upset with the sac fly.
Segura.
Ready for another chance? Gene Segura. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. From the belt, kicks and deals. Starts him out with a slider for a strike.
You know, I think this is a big situation in this game. They've got to lead by a couple of runs, but they don't want to look back on this inning when this one's over and think that they left some runs out there on the base path.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. M's pick up a run on 2 hits. We played 4 full. Now to the plate, Jake Smolinski. He'll start off the 5th in this one.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning. Into the corner and slicing foul. Simeon in an 0-2 hole here. 3 runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th. Here's Matt Joyce now. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Fastball in there for a called strike. The windup and the 0-1. Good breaking ball that time in for a strike. 2 out, nobody on. Trying to get him to chase the cutter there. A ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, I hope that call doesn't throw him off his game right here. He's been pitching one.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. A's are gone in order. They're still down 5-3. Here's Robbie Cano now. It was an RBI double for him in his last turn to the plate. Here's the first pitch now from Anderson. There's a drive out toward the gap in left center. Cano's around first, on his way for second now. And the Mariners have something going right away. It's a leadoff double.
Well, every pitcher gets to start the inning with a fresh slate, and he's out trying to put that last inning behind him. But he's got to be shaking his head right here. A leadoff double on the first pitch, and he's back in trouble again. Things just not going his way right now.
Here comes Bob Melvin now out of the Oakland dugout. And that's going to be the end now for Brett Anderson. So he'll depart after working just 4+ innings, as this will not go down as a quality start, that's for sure.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Athletics, number 62, Wilmer Farmer.
Nelson Cruz will be the first one to greet him here, as he'll be doing so with the runner in scoring position and still nobody out.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
And this one's in the dirt. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. And we see some action in the A's bullpen now. It's both a left-hander and a righty that start to loosen up. The 1-1. Taken, strike 2. Cano leads off second with nobody out. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Gloved by Lowry. And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone.
Third baseman, number 6.
Riding in once again, Kyle Seager. No hits to this point. He's set. Here it comes. Right over the middle, knee high.
Hey, I have no problem with that take right there. Reliever coming in. You haven't seen this guy for a while. Gives yourself a chance to calibrate what he's got.
And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that will be ruled a strike. Here's a chopper for the shortstop, taken in by Simeon. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
Good manufactured run right there. Lead off double, move him over with the ground ball, and just put the ball in play and let him come home. Make scoring runs look easier than it actually is.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Fly ball out toward right field. And the catch made here by Lowry, and that ends the inning. Digging in to try it again, Jed Lowry. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up. Lifted in the air to center. Gordon sprinting after it. Oh, and this kicks right off of him. Throw into second, and he's safe.
Go back. Number 2. Designated hitter, Chris Davis.
Ready once again, Chris Davis. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
I don't blame the batter for pulling the trigger right there. Those fastballs light up your eyes, and you can occasionally do damage with them, but he wasn't able to catch up with that one.
Fastball strike 3 called on the outside corner, and a pretty generous corner at that, as that's the first down of the inning.
I think we're starting to see the frustration mount from this offense. It's been a pretty dominant performance on the mound, and these hitters have had no answer for anything he's throwing up there. That will wear on you if it lasts throughout most of the game like it has here.
Behind 0-2 now. Lowry, the runner at second with 1 away. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ballgame for him.
Now, after back-to-back strikeouts, he's got a real good chance of making that leadoff double pretty much meaningless. He's made some good pitches, and these hitters have really failed driving him in or at least getting him over.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. 0-1 the count. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. 2 out here and a runner at second. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. The A's strand 1. They're still doubled up. It's 6-3. Here now is Mike Zunino. He's off to a fast start in this one. 2 for 2, including a home run. First pitch coming. Here it is. Breaking ball just misses the inside corner.
That's a tough pitch to throw right there. That front door curveball just missed hitting that inside corner. That's a very difficult pitch. I'm not sure if he wanted to get that one down and away, and unfortunately that one stayed inside.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
That's a good take on that fastball there. You know he's looking for something up there to drive, but that was just a little above his happy zone. Not everyone has the discipline to hold back on those.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss there as the breaking ball takes care of him for the first out. Ready for another shot now. Ben Gamble. He was drilled by a pitch his last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Now a swing and a hard hit grounder. This gets foul. It's 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fouled off.
Keep battling, young man. 3 foul balls in a row. He is calibrating that heater and the off speed. Let's see if he can catch something on the barrel.
And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away. Didn't look to me like that was much of a protect swing with 2 strikes.
No, he was trying to go yard, 2 strikes or not. Kind of looks bad if you strike out like he did, though. I'm sure his manager would have liked for him to focus on getting on base.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Some guys have no trouble hitting with 2 strikes, and some guys never want to get there. Let's see the approach right here. I'd like to see him shorten up a little.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that. Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
I'll tell you, we're in the later stages of this ball game, but his fastball is still coming out of his hand with plenty on it.
Seager at third. Fielded cleanly, and the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. Ready for another chance? Jonathan Lucroy. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Bases are empty, one man out. And he struck him out. So double digits now, 10 strikeouts for him thus far. Striding in once again, Jake Smolinski. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. And it's fouled away. A 1 pitch on its way. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Gordon is after it, but the left fielder calls him off and makes the catch, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. Can't cut. Here's D. Gordon now. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck outside last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
1-0 the count. And ooh, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside. 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. 1-2 now. The 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Here he comes again. 1-2. And that one just missed outside.
Well, one thing about him, he's an absolute grinder at the plate. You can pretty much count on him battling at the plate every chance he gets.
Hit on the ground out to short. Simeon's there. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Gene Segura.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Gene Segura. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. Goes the other way and sends it deep down the right field line. And that is off the wall in right field. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
Well, he's certainly not shy, is he? He goes up there looking to be aggressive and takes a big rip right here. Squares it up and lines it for a double that goes all the way to the wall. Great work out of him.
Here comes the second baseman, Robinson Cano, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Lifted down the line in left, and no one will track it down. And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. Here's Nelson Cruz now. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A fastball that finds the outside corner.
You know, you look at this hitter, he doesn't care about being down 0-1. He doesn't care about having 2 strikes with him. He's got the utmost confidence in his ability to work back into the count and get him something over the heart of the plate.
Oh, and this one's driven the other way and deep to the corner. And it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball. Check swing here, but he holds up far too late as it's strike 3 and the inning is over. Leading off the inning, Marcus Semien, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Here comes the first pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Giving chase is Hediger. Makes the play, 1 away. Here's Matt Joyce now, who struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
We're seeing him in an absolute groove out there in the mound right now. Retired 7 straight, and mechanically, he looks really consistent and fluid to me.
A little bouncer, but it gets fouled. Ready with another 0-2. Count remains at 0-2. The 0-2 once more. Fouled away. The 0-2 once more. He's at the knees and called strike 3. Here's Jed Lowry now. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, and it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
I don't know if this is great deception by the pitcher, great arm action, or just bad offensive approach. They got to find a way to get something.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. A's are gone in order. They're still doubled up. It's 6-3.
Your attention, please. Now
New pitcher coming on now, the right-hander Yusmeiro Petit.
Yusmeiro Petit.
Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. In previous matchups with Yusmeiro Petit, he's got a 3-for-5 line.
Seager.
Here's the pitch. Hit in the air out to left field. Chapman has a play, 1 away.
Now batting.
Next for Seattle, Mitch Haniger. He flew out in his last at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit in the air down the right field line. Heading after it is Piscotty, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. Here now is Mike Zunino. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point.
Zunino.
First pitch of the at-bat. Well, tried to check his swing there as this is hit to the left side. They'll force it up to second, and they do get the out there. But one's all they were ever going to get, and the inning will continue.
Now batting. Left fielder.
And that'll bring up Ben Gamble. In previous matchups with Yusmeiro Petit, he's 1 for 4. Guillermo Heredia will look for some 2-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at first.
Heredia.
And that swung on and missed for strike 1. From the belt, the pitch. Popped him up. Piscotty on his horse. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. And that ends the inning. Guillermo Heredia will stay in the ballgame now and take over in left field.
Now playing left field, number 5.
Digging in once again, Chris Davis. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Andrew Romine will come on defensively now as he takes over at second.
Number 7, Andrew Romine.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he fouls this one off. Behind 0-2 now. 0-2, here it comes. And this is chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the 9th. That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. And this pitch is right down the middle, strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Looking at strike 2, a fastball that catches the inside corner. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a liner. And that'll get down for what should be extra bases. Running hard, he's digging for second. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
And he just blasts this thing down the left field line. I thought it might bend foul, but it lands just inside the chalk, and he's able to leg it out for a double. Good looking swing.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Haniger is there, and he makes the catch for the out. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. And he'll step on first for the out, and the ball game is over.
Yeah, and sometimes you just need a guy to go out there and battle. It doesn't have to be pretty all the time, but just good enough to get the job done. Well, this guy, he was a heck of a lot better than that, going the entire 9 innings, saving his bullpen, and getting the win.
6-3 the final score today. The Seattle Mariners led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. James Paxton gets the W on the mound. Brett Anderson struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and the rest of our crew. This is Matt Vasgersian, and you've been watching a presentation of MLB Network. See you next time.
6 runs, 10 hits, with 1 error. They left 5 men on base. For the Athletics, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 4 men on base. The winning pitcher is James Paxton. Loss goes to Brett Anderson. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 20 minutes. A reminder that extra post-game trains will be available at the King Street Station, located just north of Safeco Field. Metro Transit buses are also available at stations on First Avenue, Royal Brom Way, and Edgar Martinez Drive.